Now we can talk about Baldur's Gate. Are you ready? Okay, so basically what happened was I kind of explained this a little bit before, but I had a Dark Souls moment with this game. Wherein when you first start it, first of all, I had no D&D experience. I don't know anything about D&D. Second, the only other game I've ever played like this was a little bit of Divinity Original Sin. And I don't think that has D&D rules. So that made a difference. So I went into this game completely, new. Didn't know anything about it, right? So, and a lot of people when they start a Souls game, they don't know what to expect and they just get their ass beat and they're just like, this isn't my thing. A lot of people be like, oh, this game sucks. But I never said Baldur's Gate sucked. I never thought the game sucked. I just thought I wasn't good at it. It wasn't for me. I was like, it's not my type of game. I don't think this is for me. I was kind of wrong about that. Because now, when I'm out doing stuff in the day, I'm thinking about the game. And I'm thinking, man, I can't wait to go home and, see what I discover next and what I can do. And first of all, the character I made was terrible. I made a fighter, and he was fucking terrible. He had to get really close. I don't understand. You must have to be pretty good at these games to make a character that seems for me it was awful, but somebody else could probably use it really well. But I completely redid my character. I went to that skeleton guy and I turned my guy into a cleric. I don't know if clerics are good, but as soon as I picked cleric and I had some strong spells, and it also made it so my dice rolls worked almost every time. Now, you saw me fail a couple of them, right? But usually I was failing them all the time, all the time. And now I have skills that kind of help me with a lot of the dice roll situations I'm into. So once all that started clicking and making sense, and I realized that, okay, not every situation is random. If you are good at a certain skill and that dice roll involves that skill, you're going to have a better dice roll, right? And you're going to have a bad dice roll if you're in over your head and you're doing a bunch of things that you're not skilled in. I think that's how it works. So once all that clicked and I made the new character, I started having fun in combat. The combat was what was making me not have fun. The exploring was great, but I was playing the game for hours, avoiding every fight I could. That wasn't fun. Playing the game and avoiding combat is not fun. Now, I'm not so afraid to avoid combat unless I'm fighting a giant spider that has 125 hit points that constantly keeps summoning other spiders to its aid. That I will come back for later. So basically, yeah, it just took a little bit for me to let certain things sink in. And I'm still if this is the full meter of things that need to sink in, I'm probably here, but I was here. And now I got far enough that I think I like the game and I don't feel like I wasted my money on it. I think I just needed to give it more time, basically. And I jumped the gun too soon, be like, no, it's not great. It's not for me. I just didn't give it enough time, I think. I'm so glad you came around to it. Yeah. But like I said, I never, ever, ever thought that it was a bad game. I just thought it wasn't for me, but I think I was wrong. I think it is for me. I think it's for me a lot. And it actually kind of makes me want to go back and play Divinity Original Sin again. I know it doesn't have the D&D rules to it, but it kind of makes me want to play these top-down RPGs. Now, of course, I'm not going to jump back to that until, I'm done with Baldur's Gate or something like that. Or maybe I'll get curious and I'll just load the game up and see what I was doing in it. If I remember right, though, Divinity, the journal and the missions were less helpful. And you really don't, it doesn't really tell you where to go. Baldur's Gate seems to be a little more helpful with where you're supposed to go for your missions a little bit. At least it seems more helpful than I remember Divinity being. Yeah, basically that's what happened. I just didn't give it a long enough time. And there's something about changing my character that made battles go better for some reason. Being a cleric was easier for me. I don't know why. Maybe I just went back and started doing easier fights. I don't know, but I kept getting into fights and I kept beating them, and once in a while I might die, but it didn't happen as often. And once combat was fun, then everything was fun. So that's where I stand with it. Yeah. Not that anybody really gives a shit about what some balding man on the internet thinks about the game. But hey, you know, I finally came around and now I can finally see and enjoy it, you know, the way everybody else sees it. I was just like, I wanted that. I was like, I want to see in this game what everybody else sees in it. I don't want to feel like I'm part of the crew, you know, because I can tell I'm missing something good. And I was almost frustrated with myself. I'm like, why am I so bad at this? It was starting to piss me off. It's like, obviously this game's good. Fighter can be really strong if you level up right, but yeah, cleric is also really good. Okay, so good. I picked a good one to go with. Baldur's Gate is for balding men. Exactly, see? This right here is Baldur's Gate, my friend. This is where everybody's trying to get to.